Let's talk more about this with Mihaela Carstei. She's Director of the Energy and Environment Programme at the Atlantic Council. Thank you for joining us. Does this signal the shift that some are saying of Russia to the east, away from the west?
This is actually a success in that shift. As you mentioned, this deal has been 10 years in the making, and while truly just an energy contract far away from the European borders, it has tremendous geopolitical implications for the European, Ukrainian, and Russian crisis that's going on. And yes, it is a success for Russia in its quest to diversify its customer base.
And let me ask you to expand rather on why this has implications for Europe and Ukraine.
Well, first of all, while the gas will not start flowing for at the very least 6 years or more, it does give the Russian administration an upper hand, at least politically, in facing any additional sanctions or even the current sanctions that the U.S. administration and its European allies are considering imposing on Russia.
And is Russia going to be ready to start delivery of this gas by 2018 as agreed under the deal? There are those that say there is too much work to be done before it can happen in 2018.
This is currently just a deal. There are no pipelines on the ground. The fields in eastern Siberia are not yet developed. And as we've seen in the past, we have to be cautious not to overemphasize the importance. Deals can fall through, and currently the most optimistic scenario is for 2018. I would doubt that we would see anything in 2018, maybe later.
And how much do you think that this deal, even though it is just a deal and there are no pipes in the ground, it has been in the pipeline, so to speak, pardon the pun, for the Russians? Because clearly they have evolved a strategy over the last few years which is looking towards the east, and in some ways has allowed them to get involved in the Ukraine crisis to the extent that it has.
It has. This is a strategy that is not brand new. This has been in the working, so to say, on the Russian side for a while. It just happens, actually, that given the situation in Ukraine, China, I think, saw an opportunity to reopen those negotiations and actually close them. I don't think this is going to be the last deal we're going to see. The Russian strategy is to attract additional developing countries and enlarge its customer base to move away from the single major supplier that it has in Europe.
And what does that mean for Europe and its future gas supplies?
Europe just got a very clear message from Russia. You need to accelerate the European energy policy. Europe saw in 2006 and in 2009, when they had to deal with the gas cutoffs and those crises, that it needed to find additional sources of gas. It needed to bring it from other parts of the world as well as produce it domestically. This just sent the very, very clear signal that it needs to accelerate those plans and actually implement.